Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. It's great to have you along. My name's Becky and this is Winzig Creations, and I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're feeling well with this little craft along, and if you're not, I'm hoping this little gentle craft along, it's a Christmassy themed craft along today. This will make you feel a bit better, a bit calmer, and some, oh, I didn't mean to do that, some mindfulness. Let's make sure that's safe. Yes, it is. That's all right. And let's do some gentle crafting together. Whatever you want, whatever's on your desk, just grab a piece of paper and start crafting. I'm on Monday. I started some Christmas. Oh, it's been manic. I started some Christmas tags, actually for presents, not for my journal, but I thought I'd do some more of them. I would like to get them finished, to be perfectly honest, so I can start getting them on some parcels. And I'll just show you what I made on Monday, because since then I've got the Merry Christmases out and put those on as well. You see, this one's backed, so this is what they look like when they're on. See how much better they look. They look completely finished, don't they, now with the Merry Christmas on? It makes a huge difference, I think. So I didn't have those on the tutorial, but I've since got them out. And I've got some offcuts of card. And yeah, I'm going to back them. These are my Merry Christmases. I got some in green and some in red and some straight along and some, you know, more square shaped. I'm trying to keep the colours separated, so I don't know why. It just seemed a logical thing to do in my over-the-top brain, overthinking things, which is very common for me. There we go. I don't think I'll be making any more with the big bells, so I just haven't bothered to putting them away. So I'm going to carry on doing this and having fun. And if you're new here, if you didn't see the tutorial, then you didn't really miss a great deal. I have started just using the Fabri-Tac though, and hoping it sticks. So I didn't really much like using the I like 3-in-1 for what it's, you know, for doing fabric and stuff, and I'll still probably use a bit. But I did find with the little bits of card, when I stuck the Merry Christmases on, they stuck all right. So I'm giving this a go to see if it will stick the backing on as well, or the front on in this case. Stick this onto the backing piece. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to the Fabri-Tac, but the 3-in-1. But we can but try, can't we? No, I'm not sure if it's going to work. I cleaned my bottle up, look. Not that I haven't got anything better to do, but it was looking so grungy. I thought I'd give it a good clean. Are you going to stick? Let's hope so. Right. And I've put my other material away. I've decided I'm only going to... Oh, it's coming up now. I don't think it's going to stick on this. I'm not surprised. Where's my 3-in-1? Here it is. It keeps peeling off. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I haven't cleaned my Fabri-Tac though, so my 3-in-1, so sorry, keep calling it the wrong name. It's all made by Beacon. We should just call it Beacon Glue, and then we'd be safe. They've all got the same properties. I don't know why there's Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Fix, 3-in-1, and they pretty much all do exactly the same thing. I think they're pretty much all the same glue actually, but I'm sure Beacon could tell us the differences. I'm going to clean the nib of this then. I'm going to use it because the nib is horrible. Get that all off. I won't do that under the camera. It's not a very nice thing, but it's like turns to like rubber when it goes dry. I could have got my hot glue gun out, I suppose, but sometimes the hot glue you can get a bit of a whoops, dropped my wet wipe. You can get a bit of a depth thing, and I didn't really want that. I'm not quite as brilliant at it either as G from Handmade Nest and Crafting and Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. They're experts at fabric, the hot glue gun. I'm just going to lay them down. I find if I lay them down, the glue gets to the end more quickly. So let's start with this bit again. I just put a strip of this down like I did last time. I'm just going to... Anyway, how are you all? Are you any closer to being ready for the old Christmas events? Or are you sick of people discussing Christmas? I'm with you there a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Christmas. But I find, and I'm not a humbug because I do enjoy Christmas and I love being with my family, but I do find it a little bit hyped these days. It's a little bit over the top, particularly the shops. You know, they start way too quickly, but I can understand that to a degree because a lot of people spread it over a certain amount of months. But, you know, it's not like Christmas is a surprise, you know. You know, we all have to, you know, we save and we buy what we can afford to buy, you know. So it's an expense that you know is coming along. So I don't see the need to start so early, you know, unless you've got to send it a long way, which is fair enough. But I don't understand why the shops have to start getting the decorations and stuff. They do in the UK. I don't know about other countries. I know in America they sort Thanksgiving out, don't they? But and I don't know what they do in Europe either. But in the UK they seem to start earlier and earlier. You know, they do with Easter as well. And that, you know, what they seem to forget is actually their religious holidays. You know. Not saying you shouldn't enjoy it, whether you're religious or not, but there are a lot of people out there who don't worship Christmas, you know, and but I believe you should cater to those that do. I mean, it's in this country anyway. I'm not going to go too far down that rabbit hole, otherwise I could get into some serious controversy. But suffice it to say, I like that train. I enjoy Christmas with my family. I just wish it wasn't quite so hyped up, you know. I wish we could just buy each other little gifts, which is what we do in our family. Have a meal together, you know. Be with family and friends. And it only lasts a day, you know. Advent doesn't, admittedly. Advent lasts all months. But Christmas Day, Christmas is, as it says, Christmas Day. I mean, I do like Christmas Eve, don't get me wrong. I love Christmas Eve. Not a big lover of Boxing Day. Well, not since my mum passed away anyway, because her and I used to go to the pictures every Boxing Day. Something we sort of got into the tradition of doing. But she moved away, and then, as I say, then my boys left home, so and she's now passed away. So, nope, I just read and do my own thing on Boxing Day. Go for a walk. I think I might put red on this one, actually. I've done some straight ones as well. Yeah, I like that. That's going on there, so I'll do that in a minute. Let's put some bells on. I might have one of these. Come out. Oh, they're all tangled up. There we go. You have this one on. Yeah. I don't like the silver thread with it, though. I mean, I like the silver thread, but I don't like it with the gold. I don't think I've got any other smaller ones, so we're just having you two. I like the idea of different sizes, I must admit. I like that. And you? That's enough of me waffling about my ideas of Christmas, you know. I'm quite looking for, although Christmas isn't even here yet, I'm quite looking forward to putting my Christmas box away and carrying on with my vintage journal. But this is just my little thing I do at Christmas, is I make interesting parcels. As I say to them sometimes, what's inside may not be very interesting, but at least the parcel looks nice. I'm also reading a really good book by Minette Walters, and I'd like to get more of that read. I'm also making my daughter-in-law's birthday present, because it's her birthday before Christmas. And like I say, it's not her fault she was born just before Christmas, so, you know, she still gets her birthday separately. A dear friend of mine, hers is earlier in the month, hers is in a few days. I got a few friends in December, actually. And I always make sure I get them their birthday cards before their Christmas cards. I mean, my friend Irene's is easy. Hers is the first, so, you know. Hers was last week, but so is my friend Karen's, actually. It's only my daughter-in-law's that's later in the month. Well, I don't think that went through properly. No, it didn't. Where do I want this? About there. I want them about there, then. This is the most fiddly and difficult bit about the whole palaver, is this bit. Particularly with this gold. Oh, I did that, but it's in completely the wrong place. Oh. It's a bit colder today. I got my jumper on. So easy though. What I've done with my vintage stuff, my vintage journal that I'm making, I'd like it a bit shorter than that. It's all on a tray, and so all I do is literally lift it off my desk, do something else, and then I can just lift it straight back on in between doing the other things, you know. And obviously I have to unload the tray, but it's much easier just transferring it onto a different tray. How's about that one then? Where does that fall? Oh, that's perfect. It's not, is it? I did quite a few in the end. That one. The only downside with glitter card is it's not recyclable. But I was given so much, it seems a shame not to use it. The other thing excuse me, the other thing I did with my other tags is I rounded the edges, because they're really quite sharp, these edges. There we go. Oh, that didn't work properly, did it? Do you know, I don't use this one very often. It's the one with the edges. Plus the fact a couple of them don't, the medium one doesn't work very well. And the little one is so little it's pointless, but this one really came into its own when I did these. It made it so much quicker than using my card. Let's say 9 times out of 10 I use a card, the edges cut off, but on this occasion this whipped through these. It was actually the first time since I've had that, I found it incredibly useful. Right, do we want a backing on that? Let's find a bit of scrap card and see if we want it backed or not. Some are and some aren't. Oh, it's quite low down there. I could do a square one. Oh, I like that better. You can see more of the material with that. Don't think that'll fit on there though, will it? No. What else have I got? Oh, here's some more. It's a bit bigger. These just offcuts from when I cut the tags out. And as always, we keep our offcuts, don't we? I'm going to glue that on there. And pop it on there. Sorry, gone quiet there, haven't I? Now let's just see if I can cut this straight. Times I do this and then I can't cut this bit straight. I haven't got my bigger scissors out. Not brilliant, but it'll do. It'll actually look all right. Put them to one side as well. Yeah, that will look all right. This I can use this on. I don't know. There we go. Do you have lists in your family for Christmas? Christmas lists? Well, it's always useful if you get something for somebody that you actually want or need. As the case, in my case, it's usually something I need, but yeah, I think it's always nice. There's nothing more materialistic than opening a gift that you didn't really want, and that you open it and thinking, I've already got one of these, or when am I going to use this? You know, those ones. In our family, God rest his soul, our granddad was like that. We all used to say, you know, he came up with some really unusual gifts, shall we say. It was always lovely to receive them. But some of them were a tad unusual. And, yeah. One year he bought us all angle poise lamps, and they were brilliant. we all found them incredibly useful. But yeah, he did come up with some unusual gifts, I must admit. Some of which just sort of sat in the garage, I think. But it was kind of him. I always think it's, I like to sort of have what they call a wish list. I've got one on my Amazon account of a wish list of nearly all of it, I might add, is craft stuff. Oh dear, what are we like, eh? But yeah, and my sons can just get in on that, you know, look in that. They can get on it, no trouble. And I don't know why, but that top is a bit weird. I'm just going to take that off. There we go. Yeah. But we do a bit of a limit, really, of what we spend, because it can get a wee bit out of hand. Bum, 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 bum. But as they say, each their own, you know. I think honestly, the older you get, the less you need, the less you want. Definitely the less you want, and the less you tend to need as well. There we go. Sorry, gone quiet again. Let me have some coffee. That might G me up. Nice. I made myself a nice fresh cup of coffee just before sitting down with you. Right, what we're going to put on this one then? I might use some of these on my Christmas card. I don't know what a trumpet. Oh, that's Christmassy. I like that one. We haven't done a candle yet. I'll see if I've got. I think I've got another candle somewhere. Oh, I want to use him at some time. I think he's nice. I want to use the parcel. Oh, I'm just gonna go through this. What are you crafting? What are you working on? Let me know. I'd really like to know what you're working on. I'm just getting things I actually definitely want to use out at the moment. I want to use that definitely, because I won't need all these. So I'm just taking the ones out. I want to use the 25. I've got to use the 25, haven't you? And the cone. Oh, the sleigh, definitely. Oh, there's another candle. Well, there's an even bigger candle. Got 3 candles. Right. Oh, and there's this nice star. And there's another star. So, and a present. They could be used at any time, so could they. Those not so much. And the poinsettias. There we go. I'm putting those at the bottom. Oh, there's a Christmas tree. Got to get the Christmas tree out. Sorry, I was just sorting those out there, thinking what sort of ones take priority. I haven't used a star. Put that on a white one, I think. Might put the sleigh on this one. We've got the sleigh. We've done bells. Get in there. We haven't done poinsettias. We've done the cone. So let's do the poinsettias then. There you go. Yep, let's do those. Is anybody doing the December Ember? The December ephemera? Oh, I can't say it. Ephemera, December ephemera thing with 49 Barbara, 49 Dragonflies, and Louisa Heinzel. They do make me laugh, those two. They are very clever. Very clever. Well, I donated. I printed off the prompts anyway. I know they started last week, but I think you can do them at any time. There's only so many things you can do, isn't there? And I'm doing this evening thing with my granddaughter, you see. So, you know, we're making the... Yeah, I'm going to put that one on there. Actually, I'll do that now. Rather than... And then we'll do the bells afterwards. Yeah, so there's only so many things you can do. I'd quite like to get into some prompts and challenges next year, though. I think that would be fun. I've got so many different ideas for journals, though. It's a good job I've got a journal book, isn't it? I've got a journal that I write all my journaly stuff in. Not a daily journal, you know, it's just when I write my videos and my ideas and my to-dos in. Right, then, what should we have on here? Silver, I think. Have some silver in here. I don't have any. Well, the only red bells I have are the really big ones. So we'll have you. I have one smaller than you. Yes, I do. And you. We'll do a threesome again. We'll do 3. Put you away. I don't know who sat and did that to all of them. That must have taken them ages. I got some pink. That is not pink. I got some plain red thread out because I couldn't get my red sparkly one opened. Did that cut twice? No, it didn't. So I thought, well, why not just use plain red thread? I should have really got some embroidery floss out. That would have been thicker. I might actually do this in half, I think. Give it a bit more substance. I don't think I've got any red waxed stuff. Anyway, we shall see. Right. Don't fall off the other end. 1, 2. I've lost my needle. What's this blue bit from? I don't know where that's come from. And the last little one. Oh. Oh, nope. Can't put it in my mouth while I'm on video. That would never do. There we go. Dee 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 dee. I love the sound of bells at Christmas. Right. Let's put one of you through the loop. Oh, that was a lot easier than using that other stuff. I can tell you. A lot easier than using the other stuff. Let's tie a knot there. Sorry about the bruise on my hand. It's taking ages to go away. I've had it like nearly 10 days now. I don't know what I did. It just looks like a grubby thumb, but I haven't. It's actually a bruise. Oh, that was easy with that stuff. Oh, I like that one. Yep, like that. Oh, I haven't done the... I want to do these edges here. There we are. What have I got left to do? I've got 1, 2, 5 left to do. Oh, that's good. I don't know if I'll get them all done with you today, but it does not matter. I won't do another video of them anyway. I'll just finish them off. And my Todd. I have no idea how long this video has been running either. But, yeah. I don't know if you watched, it was a while ago now. It was the end of November. Well, not that long ago then, really. Easy to find. G at Happiness and Crafting did like 1-page wonders, but she didn't do them by 12 by 12. She did them with digitals, her digitals, admittedly. But I thought, what a really good idea to do 1-page wonders with digitals, because, you know, there's loads out there for 12 by 12. But yeah, and they were really fun. I enjoyed watching that. I don't always do the stuff I watch, but I do enjoy watching it. And I get some lovely ideas as well. I was watching somebody the other night. Last week sometime. Treasure Books. No, it wasn't Treasure Books. It was, what's her name? Septeria? Something like that. Septeria? I should write these things down, shouldn't I? Well, she did these, made these little boxes like bags, or bags like boxes. But you could put a little something in. And I'm going to make some of them out of my 6x6s. I don't think I've got any Christmas paper at all. But I might have some on my computer, mind. There might be some on there. I could look, but I could just make them out of some pretty, sorry, I don't know what's doing there. Some pretty, but they are for Christmas, so Christmas paper would look better. Either that or I'll just make it out of brown paper and jazz them up with ribbons and stuff. But what they were was they just sort of opened up and you could have something little inside it. And I thought they were a very good idea. I have a few things that I thought, how am I going to wrap this little thing? And then I realised that when I watched it, sorry, my mat is moving. Ooh, there we go. I thought that is a good idea. Some tiny things are actually more difficult to wrap than big things, I find. So yeah, just remember how she did them. Here you go, little dear. Looks like a roe deer. It does indeed look like a roe deer. I could be wrong, quite likely. I like the green. Do I want a square one or do I want a... Oh, I like that. I'm not sure I want the backing on that though, so I'm just going to pop it on like that. Don't always want the backing on. Depends how I'm feeling. So I'm just waffling to you, I'm afraid. Hope you enjoy the craft alongs. It's nice to have a familiar voice, isn't it? Something nattering away to you while sometimes you're crafting along. Right, put that on already. Let's just do the corners and then we will get some bells. Because that is the whole point of these, is bells. Actually, they ring a lot better, so I'm going to use one of these ones. And is that a big one or a little one? That's a little one. There we go. What colour should we use? We use red. Green. I'm going to use green. Oh, that's this stuff. It's very strong, this, she says. Yeah, it's very strong. It's just very fine. Excuse me, just get my needle. Very fine. There we are. Pop you on. If you have a surplus supply of bells, this is a very good way to use them up. I don't think a surplus supply of bells is something many people suffer from. It's just, I got given a lot. And I had this idea, so I accepted the gift. Let's cut some of you off because there's a lot of you here. There you go. Let's pop one of you through the bottom there, through the hole. It's deliberate, unless you didn't see Mondays. It's the reason it's a large hole at the top is so I can get more ribbon through when I attach it to the parcel. Where do I want you? About there. About there. Oh, I dropped it. I've got glue on my fingers. I can barely feel this thread. I was growing my nails for Christmas. And of course, when I decide to grow them, they usually grow very well. They start snapping, of course. If I wasn't growing them for a purpose, of course, they'd grow nice and long. I grew them long for my son's wedding and then cut them and filed them down. I can't bear them really. I had them very long for that. I've had on the corners, yes I have. And I'm not very good at cutting and filing, and I think I damage them when I do it because after I've cut and filed them, I always find that I don't understand why I've got a lot more of these than I have of those. I thought I cut the same quantity. But yes, I don't know what I do, but anyway, they will grow. They're only nails. It's not important in the grand scheme of things, is it? I think health and happiness and peace of mind. So if you're having a rubbish day, I hope this all makes you feel a little bit. You're not alone. You are not alone, even though sometimes pain and discomfort and overthinking things can make you feel alone at times. You never are when you're with other creators. A lot, not all, but a lot of creators understand how you feel. Not all of them, but some. A great many do. And that's what we like to do. We like to take your mind off things. Right, let's go back up to you. Let's start this side. This side. I've enjoyed using this bit of material on here, I must admit. It's been fun. Adds another dimension to it, doesn't it? Had this in my stash forever. Never know what I was going to use it for, but now we know. Might use it next year. Quite nice overhanging, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to snip it there. Ba-bum-bum. Get off the long phrase. Leave the little ones. There we are. There we go. Oh, more coffee is required. There we are. We'll use a bit of you as you're out. Sorry, mumbling. Can't mumble on YouTube. Can't hear what I'm saying, can you? It wasn't very important, I can guarantee you that. Couldn't decide what to watch last night, so I was channel hopping through YouTube. Don't know why I didn't. I'm watching a series. I don't know why I didn't just put that on, but I was channel hopping through YouTube and ended up watching some really random stuff. It was there we go. That's that. I've been thinking. I don't know if many. I do that occasionally, not always, but I occasionally think. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to stop and get a wet one out. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Somebody doesn't like getting gluey hands, and I'm a crafter, you know. Like we don't get glue on our hands. Sorry about all the noise here. Let's get that all put away. Oh, what did I do there? Not paying attention, that's what. I can't remember what I was saying now. Oh dear. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. If I could string more than one thought at a time, I'd be dangerous as well, I think. Right. Let's carry on with this, and it might come back to me. You never know. It clearly wasn't that important. I'm going to put 25 on this one. I want to use the 25. That's what's going on there. What were we talking about? I can't remember what we were talking about. Oh, more to the point what I was rabbiting about. I know who I did watch the other night, and I haven't watched her for ages, but I really enjoyed it. And that was Crafty Cat. She was doing some really good stuff. I enjoyed it very much. I have so many, I'm subscribed to so many channels. It takes me forever to go through them all. And occasionally I like to watch television, not just YouTube, you know. Although, because I live alone, I can pretty much watch whatever I want, whenever I want. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Red we're doing, aren't we? Let's have a nice red Merry Christmas up there. I'll put the hole in first, see if I can get the spacing right. I'm just eyeballing the middle. This is very, very old, this, and it's getting a little blunt. Whoops, there we go. No, I don't know that I want backing on this one. Do I want backing? Let's get a bit and see. Have I got, whoops, have I got any, the right sort of shape? Oh, here we go. That one will do. This one will do. Oh, if I can pick it up. Do I want a bit of backing on it? Yes. Why not? I want my big scissors. Here we go. These, I can get it a bit straighter with these. Not a lot. Clearly, not a lot, but a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Yeah, put in the comments. Tell me what I was talking about. probably won't make any sense to me, but we can but try. Whoop! It's going all over the place. Ugh. Yes, silly isn't it? Crafting. I don't actually like sticky hands very much, and I don't actually like glitter very much. But I do like Christmas, so. And also, I got all this glitter card to use up. Although I'm actually taking a friend of mine on Wednesday. We're going to a place, charity store here we have in the UK called Dove House. Dove House is a hospice, Dove House. And they have charity shops, Dove House Hospice. And we go and get bits from there, obviously. But also, they take donations as well of pretty much anything. But I think I might donate I might donate this card. Well, I might see if my friend wants it first, and if she doesn't want it, because I'm taking her with me. She doesn't drive, so I'm going to pick her up and take her. And see if she'd like it, and if she doesn't want it, I'll take it to the, as you call them, thrift store in America. We call them charity shops here in the UK. See if they'd like it, and I might clear out my bit more of my Christmas box and see if there's anything else that is useful that I'm not probably going to use again in a while. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still do Christmas stuff, but I don't like to do too much of the same thing every year, you know. I like to do something different each year. As I say, I do save all my Christmas cards because the backs, the white bits at the back, I coffee dye them and use them. And the fronts I cut up and make tags out. But this year I'm doing fancy tags, different sorts of tags. I'm just wondering, silver or gold? I might put gold on this, actually. We've done a lot of, well, we haven't. We've done a bit of each, actually. I'm thinking about gold on this. Silver on, gold on this, I'm thinking. I know I've got red ribbon, but that doesn't matter. One of those. How about one of those and one of those? I don't think we've had this combination before. And then one of those. Has that gone in the bin? Yes. I have 2 pins. For anybody who's new, I have one to my right, which is recycling. And I have one to my left, which I can't recycle. Convention would say put the little one in the middle, but I'm not going to be conventional. There we go. Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah. Pop you through there. You're quite high up, I think. Yes, I like that. Oh, that's a cool one. You just move around, you can see the Merry Christmas. I really like that one. That's one of my favourites, that. Oops, pick you up. Shall I check, see how long I've been boring hind legs off you? 45 minutes. Well, we'll do a few more minutes. And then I'll leave you in peace. Sorry, I can't get my chair to move. There we go. I'll do this one. And then, did I do the corners of that one? I can't see it. Oh, did I do the corners of that one? Yes, I did. I don't remember doing the corners. So yeah, if I can't find my Christmas journal by the time Christmas is over with, then I'll have to make another one. That doesn't matter. There's never any problem for us to make another journal, is there? But I'll do it next year. be some brilliant papers out next year, I'm sure. Don't know why I'm putting the hole in now. I just am. This is a sort of mass make, really, and I don't usually do mass makes. I'm too slow. I am a slow crafter, so mass makes don't really make much sense. I suppose, in a way, it's quicker. I mean, I cut everything out, haven't I? And I beforehand, and I've got all my stashes and little pots and everything. So it is a little bit like a mass make, isn't it? Because hopefully I'm making 16, but I think my counting's gone wrong somewhere. I mean, it doesn't matter if I don't use these. These would be brilliant for any journal, but I thought I counted 16 of the sparkly ones. To be honest, I did. Maybe my counting skills have gone along with my thinking skills. That's a nice star. I feel like the star should go at the top. Don't know. We could put the star at the top. We could put the Merry Christmas at the bottom. What Merry Christmas should we have? Red. We'll go across the bottom in a green. Oh, that looks nice. How about that for a change? Yeah, let's do that. Something different. Don't all have to be the same. I think it's from seeing stars in the sky and stars on trees. Seeing them low down doesn't seem quite right on an object, does it? It just seems weird. There's a top and a bottom here. No, there isn't. Be there, little star. I don't want to back you. I know sometimes the bells cover up things, but they move about so much you can still see what's written or what's on here. That's you two done. Clippity clip. And then some bells. I liked those three, didn't I? I'm going to do that again. 1, 2. Oh, I got 2 here. Get that off you. Do you know, I haven't made a dent in these bells. I know what I'll do. I will string some together. You know, put some in, tie knots so they stay evenly apart. And as I'm spending Christmas with my son and his wife, I think I will take them over for their tree, see if they want them for their tree. She may not. You don't have to use them, does she? Oh, I usually do this double, don't I? Let's do your double. Let's take you out again. Sorry, I leant back then to do that, so I can see a bit better. I think that's why. That would be a good use for them, wouldn't it? String them together. Don't have to be very long, about 1 meter long. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 of the really big ones, so they could be spaced out quite well in between. I don't need to do that, do I? Just need to do this in between these medium-sized ones, of which I seem to have an awful lot of. And then occasionally I could put a small one on, couldn't I? My contribution to their decorations. I'll see what time I get. I'm not going to make any promise. I won't do it online. I won't do it on camera. That would be phenomenally boring for you. Be boring enough for me to make. I don't like wastage, though, you see. I mean, the other alternative, of course, is to bag them up and take them to the charity shop again. But I like bells. So, you know, so many decorations you can make with them, aren't there? I must admit, I'm enjoying using this cotton. It's so much easier to use than those other threads. I've kind of migrated to using this only now. Which is just as well, because most of the ribbon I use on the gifts is going to be red anyway. I think red or... Look, I can't go in the recycling. That goes there. Nearly done. I'm nearly done. See if I can get this finished. I've actually done a job. Well, not quite from start to finish, because I did the... I did a bit more to the others I had done on Monday. But, yeah, it definitely has to be 3-in-1 to get this to stick on the glitter card. Oops, that's not straight by any means. That's it. I need that. Oh, have I got another piece left? Yes, I have. Well, I'm hoping this might just do the job. I won't have to tear off any more. Nope, I won't. Get you off there. And you will do nicely for the other one. Now I have got some of these. I've got some green, silver. I've got a few red, a few gold. I don't know. I might dot a few of them on. But I might. We shall see. Oops. Is this the right way up? Yes, it is. This material is actually directional. It has... I do like this material. It's nice. We haven't done a candle, have we? We have not done a candle. Pop you down there. Yep. There we go. I'm sorry to those who I announced that I wasn't going to do anything Christmassy on camera, and I am now doing something Christmassy on camera. But I thought it would be nice to show a way of using these tiny little things from Pink Monarch Prints. I mean, if you didn't use them in a journal, like I didn't use them in a journal. In fact, I just didn't even print them out until I had this idea the other day when I got the bells, and I thought, yes, like that. I want a thick one for this. Red or green? I might use green, and I might back it, I think. Oh, that fits there nicely. Let's see if I can cut that straight. It's usually better with my big ones. No guarantees. I do need the 3-in-1 for this, though. I didn't have you laying down, did I? I was saying I was watching some random stuff, but I did come across Pam. I haven't watched Pam in ages. From the Paper Outpost. Her and Gail used to be permanently on my YouTube, but sorry, my mat's moving again. But there are so many good people out there that it's nice to dive around, and that's what I was doing last night. I was channel hopping in my YouTubers and saw something of, no, I don't need that. Saw something of Pam's, so, and her little African grey bird, Happy, is not very well, I don't think. It's awful when our pets get poorly, isn't it? Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I have thought about, for those of you who know Oh, I've mentioned it quite a few times in the past. Trying to get there. Yeah, I lost my dog in May. I can't believe it was May. It still feels like yesterday. And it's one of the reasons I'm going away at Christmas, because he loved Christmas and it was his time. It was more of Christmas for him than me, really. He used to unwrap his presents and oh, it's a bit low down. No wonder it was difficult. I was going through material. What on earth did I do there? Well, let's see if I can I move this? No. What a plonker. That's constant. That comes of not concentrating. How can I? Oh, I can put some more material over it, maybe. I could put a bit of material over it. That's going to look strange. Yeah, I might just have to leave it there and do another one higher up. I'll try and use it. Anyway, I was talking about my dog. That's probably why I wasn't paying attention. I'm thinking next year, just mulling it over at the moment, just getting my head around it. Oh, what have I done? About getting another one. I bet sometimes you sit there thinking, spit it out, woman. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, I do lose my train of thought very easily. But yeah, I have thought about saving up. And maybe, I mean, it would be a rescue dog, you know, but even in the UK, rescue dogs you have to pay for, which is fine. It doesn't bother me donating money to rescue a dog. That's fine. But yeah. So some days I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. And then other days I think, nah, I won't do that. I think I'm going to do silver. Yeah, and then other days I think, when I'm out for a walk, I miss him, and certain other times of the day I miss him. Then other times I don't so much, you know. Oh, I'll put one of those on. That's a shiny one of those. Let's put this on. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I wouldn't be able to get another Labrador though. Having had 3, and I absolutely adore Labradors. Absolutely love them to bits. I'm not getting any younger. And in 10 years' time, I would have trouble lifting it into the car. I've got to be practical. You know, I really have. And I'm just going to leave that hole there and use it where it is, rather than try and cover it up. So it'll have to be what I call a smallish dog, a lap dog or something. But I don't like really, I'm not keen on really small, other than dachshunds. I'm not really keen on very small dogs. I mean, I don't mind Maltese and things like that, but I don't like chihuahuas and shih tzus and pugs. And sorry if you've got one of those, anybody. But yeah, that's better. You can see the Merry Christmas, and because I haven't done it flapping everywhere, it actually covers up the hole quite well. That was rescued, wasn't it? I managed to rescue that. So anyway, recommendations for small dogs, relatively small dogs, small to medium. They don't shed, preferably, so it's going to have a poodle in there somewhere, isn't it? Cockapoo, or, you know, a spaniel. And don't really want a spaniel. I had a Springer Spaniel when I first left home. Oh my word, she was a fruitcake. She was a nutter. She was almost, well, I found her untrainable. I mean, I can train dogs. My father bred them and trained them. But even he said she was a bit of a loose cannon. I mean, she should have become a gun dog. That's what she was. That was what was in her breeding, and I think that's what she missed. But she was a Fruit Loop. She really was. Now, I had a piece just the right length. Here it is. Is that it, or is this it? This is it. So she put me off spaniels a bit, really. She also became quite vicious as well. And we had to she went to a home in the end, I mean, she was 16. She lived a long time. But in the end, when I had my son, she had multiple surgeries too. She became very, very aggressive, which is not unusual for dogs who are elderly and then a baby joins the house. To be honest, I didn't expect her to live that long, but she did. So I took her to a rescue home and asked, well, I basically asked their opinion, really. And I said, she's too old to rehome. You know, there's no way I'd give her to somebody because she snaps now. And the owner of the place said, I'll take her. She said, but I won't rehouse her. I'll keep her for myself. And she can follow, because she was good at, you know, following me around and things. She says, and she can help me keep all the lads, she calls them, in order, you know. And she had a couple of other dogs that were too old or couldn't be rehomed. But there were no children, and she was absolutely fine. I don't know how long she lived, but at 16, they weren't going to rehome her anyway, because that's very old for a Springer. So she retired, had a lovely old time, retired there. Much better than being in a house where there's a baby and you're having to be on your guard all the time. I don't think I've done a Christmas tree. You can't do... Well, I'm not really keen on this Christmas tree. No, I'm not doing the Christmas tree. So yeah, she got rehomed. And, well, she didn't get rehomed. What I mean is she found a lovely place to stay. Oh, let's do the sleigh, shall we? Let's do the sleigh. Yeah. I know we've done one sleigh, but that's nice. So anyway, going back to it, I'm thinking, so my remit for another dog is quite small. You know, quite a long list of things I do want and don't want, you know. Which means finding one might take a while, but there's no hurry. And I'm a big believer in thinking it'll happen when it's supposed to happen, you know. If I'm not supposed to be getting one yet, I won't. It's just the way it should be, really, I think. Right, I think I might put a red one going all the way across here. Yes, that looks nice. I think I might back it, though. Oh, that's not... Oh, that's red. I wonder what that would look like. No. Let's stick to our colour scheme. Oh, here's a piece here, look. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of doing. But, watch this space. I could just as easily change my mind. But that's my my goal for next year. Visit some more of my family, my extended family, not my sons. Well, I will visit them, but you know, my siblings. I'm one of 5, so you know, I would like to visit my siblings a little bit more, and then get a dog after I finish my travelling, or visit, do my travelling, get a dog, then do some more travelling. Take him or her around with me. There'd have to be a dog. That's another criteria. Dog would have to like a car, because I wouldn't leave it alone in the house for any length of time. So if I'm going out somewhere for a while, I would want to take it with me. So yeah, give me your thoughts. I think I've waffled on for far more than 15 minutes, so I am sorry. This has probably gone way over an hour now. Sorry, but you can always stop whenever you want, can't you? I just thought I'd finish this and then turn off the video, but maybe I shouldn't have thought about that before I started waffling. Right, last one. Putting it all away after this. Let's get some red thread out and get some bells on. And we're done. We're done. I'll see if I can get a screenshot of all of them. I can't guarantee it. I'm not very good with the old. I can do a shot of him. I don't know whether it'll work on the. Whether I can get it to come up as a thumbnail though. Whoops, get in there. I don't usually thread them like that. That's why. Right, bells. What bells shall we have? I do silver. I'll do you. Oh. I've taken to doing 3 all the time now, haven't I? Old habits die hard, don't they? When you craft us. Odd numbers. Oh, I didn't tie a knot there. Right then. There we go. Fancy one's finished. Everybody get at least one fancy one. And some will probably get more than one because I've done quite a few. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm not doing any more. That's all of them. So these are the ones I've done today. I don't think I did that one today, but never mind. Let's get in now. Oh, I definitely did that one today. I think we did that one today. Definitely did 25 today. I love them. I really like them, you know. That's the one I had to cover up with the hole. Some of these I might have done before because they've only got 2 bells on or something. Ugh, I do like them. Way more than I thought I was going to at first. At first I thought this isn't really going to work, but now I've finished them. Oops, they're my big, oh, look, I must have been half, oh there, I thought I hadn't got one on, but it has. There we go. I won't get the 2 with the huge bells on out. There. Great. All of them done. Job well done. Okay, guys. Hope this wasn't too much of a ramble for you. And I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves, guys. All right? Bye now.